Good morning, evening, or afternoon, everybody. It's Kaghoe coming at you with another video. So today I'm going to be showing you how to get the epic gear crafted and sort of how you're going to learn all of that stuff. It is a fun, long, exciting journey that we get to go on, similar to Phase 1 and Phase 2. And essentially you're going to come here to Ashenvale for the very first step. But before we get into the video, be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Everything you guys do helps my channel grow, helps me get discovered, and helps me help as many people as possible, which is the entire point of my channel. So without further ado, let's get into the video. So the very first thing you're going to do is come to Ashenvale, and then you need to run through the incursion portal. And then once you go through the portal, you're going to have to run all the way to the Warsong Lumber Camp here at about 8763 coordinates. And that is you're going to go there until you get the debuff, which is called Aura of Paralyzing Dread. And once you have that aura, you will then be able to come back here and go talk to the warden at the front. And you will be able to start the chain. So that is the very first step. So I will show you guys once we are at the very first part, which is going to be heading to the Warsong Mill. So I'll show you when we get there. Alrighty guys, so we are here at the Warsong Lumber Mill inside of the Emerald Nightmare. We're running down south here to get the debuff Aura of Paralyzing Dread, which is right around this tower over here. Is where you're supposed to go on the map, it looks like. Once you get that, then you are able to head further in, I believe. I'm not entirely sure exactly what you do, but you just sort of... Okay, there we go. So I have this aura of Paralyzing Dread, and now that I have it, I am going to go back to the... incursion at the beginning and then turn it in. So I'm going to run back to the warden and turn this in. You move slow when you have this, so you got to be careful, and definitely would recommend dodging Alliance or Horde if you're on a PvP server. So I will see you when we get there. Alrighty guys, so we went through the mist. The debuff doesn't stay with you, so that part about avoiding people doesn't really matter too much. And then once you are back here, you talk to Field Captain, and then you say, yes, I have. You cross into an alternate, as a matter of fact. Alright, and then you do that, and now we take this quest, an amalgamation of nightmares, and then we have to go to Moonglade. So that is pretty much the entire chain, and then we're going, the beginning of the chain, and then we're going to go to Moonglade, talk to him, and get another quest. So I will see you when we get there. Alrighty guys, so we're back here with in Moonglade right here at Night Haven at about 5240, and we talked to Loganar for the Nightmares quest. We turn it in, and then we have to go talk to Ithras, who is in Swamp of Sorrows. So he is going to be all the way over here in Swamp at the corner in this cave right over here. The same guy that you talked to for the Chain of Icarus quest line for that trinket that shoots AoE poison. Pretty popular quest back in the day that a lot of people know about and did. But anyway, I will see you guys when we get there. Alrighty guys, so we are here at about 1368, and we are where Erithros is. I completely butchered that, sorry if that bothers you, but you turn in this quest and then you get Going Under, which is where you have to go into Sunken Temple, and essentially you have to get to the 6th boss to complete this part of the quest. But this is all it takes for the raid. You simply just have to go into Sunken Temple, get to the 6th boss. You can actually use someone else's lockout. I'm actually raiding later today, or later tonight, so for the very first time in Sunken Temple, which is going to be pretty awesome. But I will, otherwise I would find a lockout here, because it is Monday at the time of me recording this. So I would find an already cleared lockout and try to get into that group if I was just completing the quest and I wasn't planning on raiding. So something you can do and consider if you are in that predicament, or it's an ult or something like that. But anyway, I will show you guys at the raid when we get there. Hey guys, we are here in the Sunken Temple raid. We are 6 of 8, and we have gotten to the Shade of Aranicus boss. It's towards the end. It is the 7th boss, but once you cross this little doorway right here, the quest going under completes. So as you saw, like, I'm in the Chamber of the Dreamer, and now going under is complete in order to do our epic quest chain. So anyway guys, that is it for this step. We will now head back to the dude right here in Swamp, right here at his cave, talk to him, and then we're off to Moonglade. But I'll show you the steps when we get there. I'll see you then. Voop. Alrighty guys, we have returned here to Atharis to turn in going under, and then after this we're going to have to go to Moonglade. If you kill him and you do have your trinket, the chained essence, you can talk to him about this and stuff, but it looks like that does not do anything anymore. So very, very interesting. But we are going to teleport to Org and fly to Moonglade, so I'll see you when we get there. Alrighty guys, so we need to return to Moonglade and talk to Logan here, and we get this quest, and then the shadowy figure spawns right next to us. We have to get the fortuitous turn of events, then we listen to what they say, blah 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 blah, and then we turn that quest in, and then we get the bad news. So we have to find the adventurer that was that lost their stuff, unfortunately, and now we have to then travel to Booty Bay and the Salty Sailor Tavern and find an injured gnome and talk about their things. So we're headed to Booty Bay next, so I'll see you when we get there. Alrighty guys, so we have made it to the Salty Sailor Tavern. It's just the inn in Booty Bay in the far corner, and now we have to go to the injured gnome, find out where he is. He is right here, and then you talk to him about his quest, and then you get this, and then you say this may sound strange, and blah 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 blah. But then we get the Lost Vampire Races quest line, and that has us go over here to the corner of Jaegermore Isle. So we're going to just run out here, jump into the water, and start. We'll probably actually run to the coastline and then swim instead of jumping into the water here. But anyway, I will show you the next step when we get there. Alrighty guys, we have made it to the Isle, and we are at coordinates 4186, and we have to talk to this itty bitty Murloc. He gestures over to this small burrow. Then we find that, and we get our Decharged Void Power Vampire Braces. And next, we have to take these Vamp Braces and go to the shadowy figure with these back in Moonglade. So this will be pretty, you know, obnoxious to go to Moonglade so much, but that is what it is. So we are going to teleport to Org here and start flying to Moonglade. If you're a druid, this is probably the best quest you'll ever do, because you can teleport there. Mage, second best, because teleporting to Org. But if you're not either of these, I'd recommend grouping with a mage to at least make it a little quicker. But anyway, I will see you in Moonglade. Alrighty guys, we have made it back to the shadowy figure. We turn it in, and we now get our void powered Vamp Braces, and now we have the final quest, the Waking Nightmare. So we have to go back to the Ashenvale incursion where it all started. You can use these. You have to make sure you have your bracers on, and also now that we have wrist runes, make sure that you put your wrist rune on them. But you have to have these, so make sure you have these, and then you go back to the Warsong Lumber Mill where it all started, the very first step. So I'm going to go there, assemble a group, and I will defeat the boss to show you. It is a very challenging fight, actually. Like, it has 180k HP, and it hits pretty freaking hard, so just be aware of that when you go here. Otherwise you're going to be in for a challenge. So anyway, I'll show you that when we get there. Alrighty guys, so we have a massive raid team here that we are fighting the boss with. We had to get about 20 people to fight it. It's definitely something. Be very careful here. There are always tons of the opposing faction if you're on a PvP server. So I had to assemble this raid team, and we all had to go and fight the Nightmare Amalgamation in order to get it. But as you can see, it counts as a quest, and then you make sure you loot it to get your Mantle of Nightmares. And that's pretty much it. The more people, the merrier. You can do it in a raid, so I would not worry too much about that. And then you head back to Moonglade to turn it in, and if your profession is 250 or higher, you can learn the recipe there. So just be aware of that and make sure you do that. And I'll see you at Moonglade for the final turn-in. Alrighty guys, so we have finally made it back to the shadowy figure, turning in the Waking Nightmare, and then we get the inert Mantle of Nightmares, as well as some nice gold. Then I say I have some skills as a tailor, and she gives me these 3 recipes in order to make the one I want. I'm going to be making these, the Fractured Mind Pauldrons, and it takes, 10 seeds, which you get from the raid, 8 fell cloth, and 8 bolts of rune cloth, which if you were just to simply buy it all, it's probably around 40 to 50 gold. I bought my fell cloth early just to make moon cloth, so I had it. Bolts of rune cloth were about a gold 50 per, but as you can see, bam, we have our Bish shoulders, and they look sick. They don't really go well with my gear, but they look cool. So that's pretty awesome right there. The epic shoulders Fractured Mind Pauldrons right there. Feels good to have crafted these so early, and we'll have a raid later tonight, so I'll be able to blast them pretty awesomely. But anyway guys, I truly hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions, anything, I'll do my best to answer them. But until next time, I'll see you later. Have fun getting your epic stuff. Bye bye.
If you made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for watching. It truly means a lot to me. If you happen to find anyone that you know would also benefit from watching this video, please share it with them. It helps me out a ton and allows me to keep doing what I love every single day, and that is gaming and sort of helping people any way that I can. So finally, thank you so much, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Goodbye.